MC Services, putting the power of Apple into your office.
Curt Schilling's a conservative, and he's somebody who uses social media and other commentaries to express conservative viewpoints. And as I've made pretty clear over the years, you can't anymore talk conservative without being accused of racism. It's a tactic that is, or sexism, or bigotry of some sort. It's a tactic that's being used by the cultural left to win all arguments by making it unacceptable for somebody to even argue the other side. If you didn't see Schilling's post, it was, as I described, he posted a cartoon, essentially of a big brawny guy with a big blonde wig on and lipstick and high heels, trying to use the restroom, and then he had a cut line on there. Imagine this person using the same bathroom as your daughter, something to that effect. And ESPN felt that this is bigoted. It's right in the context of the nationwide debate right now over attempts by some states to legislate who can use bathrooms and who can't. An issue that is getting those states being accused of bigotry, and one in which I think in the end they're going to lose. The federal courts seem to be pretty direct in that. I can't get reaction on this, huh? Well, why not? I thought this would be a pretty easy one. I'll give it a few more seconds. 414-799-1130 is the phone number. The toll-free line is 1-800-838-9476. And the subject isn't whether or not Schilling is right or wrong. It's this question about, I'm just looking for reaction, and I'm hoping that everybody isn't beaten into political correctness, about this whole notion that you can't anymore, if you are right of center on any social issue in this country, express your opinion. I do think that this is one of the things that has really fed Trump's campaign, that people have perceived him as not playing by these same rules, that he'll say things that may in fact be bigoted, may be outrageous, and he tends not to back down for having done them in a world in which you're not allowed to talk or think anymore. And there are probably people who think that what Schilling said was wrong. Well, Schilling can't think what he wants about this issue? Every time now you oppose what the left is telling us we have to tolerate, you're automatically a bigot? You're not allowed to be employable? The defenders of ESPN will say he's representing ESPN. Well, he didn't say it on ESPN. He's a person who's on ESPN. If he had views on the other side of the issue, they wouldn't have sanctioned him. I finally got somebody who wants to talk to me about this? Good. Randy in Manitowoc, you're on News Talk 1130 WISN.
Hey, Mark, thanks for taking my call. Here's what I found so hilarious about this. The article on MSN.com, the headline says, "The radicalization of Curt Schilling," how the radicalization of Curt Schilling began, or something like to that effect. So by him disagreeing with this, he's been radicalized.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point here. His views are being described as unacceptable, as bigoted. That's what they do. That's what they do to marginalize these opinions. It was like the people who opposed gay marriage. They were all called homophobic and bigots. In the case of Schilling, because he supports these bathroom bills, he's now radicalized. And I think we're still at a point in which maybe half of America thinks that the states that are passing the bathroom bills are doing the right thing. But it doesn't matter. We're going to call that a radical point of view. And, you know, if certainly ESPN thinks he's a bigot, and that's why they fired him. So if it's a bigoted statement, I guess it would be radicalized. But yeah, that's what is happening. His views have been deemed to be radical and bigoted and something that you cannot publicly express in our society anymore.
When is the sporting public, the guys in the audience watching the TV and everything, when are they going to tell ESPN enough is enough?
Well, but that's the problem. What are you going to do? Not watch the playoff games?
Well, I won't.
I mean, but that's the point. I will. Most people aren't going to stop watching a network because you don't like their practices that they have with regard to commentators. And it really isn't the point. The larger point isn't that it's ESPN that did it. Is that this is happening everywhere. If Schilling didn't work for ESPN, if he worked for, I don't know, grab anybody, Apple, they would have canned him also. I mean, if what he did, we've now made clear, you're not allowed to say. And that's the larger point of what's happening in America. You're not allowed, if you're right of center, to express your opinion on almost any social issue anymore. And it's amazing how fast this business of men using women's rooms and women's using men's rooms so long, and children doing the same thing so long as they identify of the other gender has moved to the point now that if you merely oppose it, you are a bigot. And if you oppose it aloud or do it on social media, we are going to finish you and wipe out your career. Thank you for the call.
Mark.
To Mark on the north side, you're on News Talk 1130 WISN.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, Mark. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm just, it's absurd that we just can't have a rational thought. I mean, the reality is some pervert's going to take advantage of this. He's going to go in the bathroom with a cell phone. He's going to take pictures
Yeah,
of
but
my
again,
daughter.
that's not the point. That isn't the point. Whether Schilling's right or wrong, he should be able to talk on this issue. That's the point that I make here. And you play right into the hands of the people who want Schilling fired. They want Schilling's firing to be over whether or not he's right or wrong on the issue. And the point that I'm trying to make, I'm trying a lot on some of these topics where callers don't seem to understand my point. This is 3 days in a row where I'm having trouble communicating. My point is that Schilling ought to be able to express his point of view here on this without being fired. That's my point. You get my point?
I do get your point. I think we're saying the same thing differently.
No, we're not.
I agree with
I'm saying if Schilling would have taken the exact opposite stand on the issue, they shouldn't fire him over that also. What you have here is an attack on anyone who dares to express a conservative belief at all on a cultural issue to the point that you are being fired. And the reason the tactic is used is it works. Media companies cave to pressure all the time, and ESPN is #1 at the caving level. I mean, I've been under pressure here, as you know. This tactic of just saying, well, what this person said is bigoted, what this person said is bigoted, what this person says is bigoted, works. It does create this backlash when finally somebody stands up and tries to buck up against it, like Trump. Remember that Trump put himself on the map as a presidential candidate for something for which NBC fired him. Think about that. People forget that NBC canceled all dealings with him and said that they wouldn't even carry Miss Universe on television because of what Trump originally said, which actually put him on the map as a presidential candidate. That is a profound reality. Thank you for the call. Jessica in Pewaukee, you're on News Talk 1130 WISN.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, I absolutely disagree with Trump trying to be politically correct